Hi guys, it's Cindy from Scrap Brat, and today we are going to be talking about if you don't have your envelope to make a journal, I'm going to show you how to make it out of two pieces of cardstock. Okay, so this is going to be one that I'm going to link on the video when I actually use the envelope, and then I will upload it later. Where is our cardstock? I don't know. Have y'all seen our cardstock? There it is. Okay. So what I have is this cheapo pad from Dollar Tree. And mine has, I picked the bright color so you all can see it. Mine has this line here. So I'm going to be cutting that off of mine. You do not have to cut yours down until I tell you the sizes that we're going to cut it down to. So we are going to cut one piece. So I'm not even going to bother cutting this little strip off of it. I'm going to cut one piece down to, we're going to cut it down to 6 inches. Okay. We're going to save this. Okay. And then we're going to have our full sheet, but I'm going to cut this little branding strip, we're going to call it. I'm going to chop it off of there. Okay. Oops. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Okay. And we are going to take the one side and we're going to put it over, which side's our cut side? That's our cut side. We're going to take and we're going to overlap them about a 1/2 inch. So we're going to take our glue and we're just going to go in. Oops. Looks like I need to change my blade and my paper cutter. We're going to overlap them about a 1/2 inch. And if I didn't say it, we are working on our series of limited paper supplies, new to journaling, lost your mojo, all of those things. Okay, and this is cheap cardstock, so mine is going to mar very much, but that's okay because y'all need to see what we're doing. So it's going to work out for us. And we're going to use our scoreboard for criminellis. Okay, we're going to take our big side, our thick side of the paper, and we're going to come and we're going to score it 6.5. Okay, and then we're going to come over 1/4 of an inch at 6 3/4, and we're going to score again. Oops. Okay, and we're going to fold on this line, on our second line over. Okay, let's get our ruler just to help me kind of coax the paper a little bit as well. Like I said, I'm working with cheap cardstock and it's extra finicky, It's been cracking and everything else while I've been making prototypes and stuff. So, but that's okay. We will use what we have. If it cracks too much, we'll put a Band-Aid on it and it'll be just fine. It's going to be just fine. Okay. So now that we have our straight edge, we're going to put that over there. And then we're going to come over to 6.5 and 6 3/4. And that is pretty much it. That is how we make our journal cover. So I'm just going to take and just coax this second one so we have our little spine. And then we're going to come over and we're going to do the same thing on this side. We're going to do the inside one first. We're just going to kind of coax that crease. And then we're going to do our next one. And we're just going to coax them into submission. And if I can get this one straightened back out. There we go. And there is our little journal cover. And we can come through and we can take our paper pad and we can cover this and cover the back. We can take the spare and we can make pockets on the inside. So I think we'll go ahead and we will just use a little bit of it. And we're going to cover some of it and maybe we'll make a pocket for the inside. Let's pick some one direction stuff, since that kind of stuff is sometimes hard to use when you're making ephemera and stuff. Yeah, let's use that one. Just make up our mind, Cindy. Make up our mind. I'm going to use that one, and then I may use the other one for the back. So we are going to take, and these are 6.5 by 8.5. Yes. Yeah, 6.5 by 8.5. So we're going to cut our paper down to 8 by 6. So we're going to grab our paper cutter back out. And we're going to cut this down to 8 high. And we're going to save that scrap. And we're going to cut it to 6 wide. There is our front. And then this one, we're going to use this top portion up here. So I'm going to cut actually these branding strips here. Pretty easy to get off. So we're going to cut this one. To use this, we're going to cut it at 8. By 6. Oops. And we're going to put that back to the side. Now, Now that I look at that, I may want that one there. Because we're going to have something for... I think that's what we're going to do. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to use this guy over here. We're going to use this one on our front and this one on our back. And I'm just going to come in with some glue stick. We're going to come in and we're going to get this guy as even as we can. We're just going to burnish him down a little bit. Oops. And no matter what glue you're using, if you use a napkin, paper towel, something to that effect, when you're wiping off the excess, it tends to not ooze out and leave lines. Like, it's going to leave a little bit of a discoloration there, but it's okay. It's a junk journal, guys. I'm not that concerned about it. But we're going to put this guy on the back, but just a little tidbit that I've learned. You wipe it off with a napkin as you're pushing it out. It will it'll keep it from getting those discolorations or the matte or shiny that you sometimes get, depending on what kind of glue you use. Okay. So there is the front of our journal, and now we're going to cut down this little guy for a flap. I'm not worried about doing anything on the spines. They are very thin. I may actually cut the branding strip off of that piece and put it on the inside to strengthen this, because if you're watching this for the first time, then you don't know. But if you're watching this from the other video that is going to be a future video, I'm going to be poking holes in this, and we're going to be putting a signature through it. So, yeah, so there's that. We're going to measure this. So it's 8.5. 8.5 by 2 3/4. So I guess we're gonna do 8 by what I say, 2.5. Yeah, 8 by 2.5. That's what you said, Cindy. Don't second guess yourself. Just do it. Just do it. Okay. Oh, we're saving that. By don't cut that way. 8. That's what you said. Let's cut this little piece off right here. Cut it to 8. See if we like that. Yeah, I think that'll work. Save that guy. That is our little journal. And like I said, we may cut this little guy off. I may just go ahead and do that now, so he'll be ready when we do our future video. Just to strengthen that spine a little bit. It's not much. It's probably just under, no, it's right at 1/4 of an inch, so it should fit in there perfectly. We shall see. I'm going to put that up there. But this is where our signature is going to be put in. So let's do it like that. Shall we? Sure. Sure, why not? Make sure we still got enough movement in there. Yeah, feels like it. Yep. That was the perfect size. to just strengthen that spine up just a little bit. So there we go. And that's how we make our journal for future video. And if you're seeing it and you want to see the decorating, the not decorating really, I guess, but putting the signature in and everything else, I will link that below once all of the videos are up. I will link them below to each other, so that way y'all can find whatever you need. So just want to thank you very much for stopping by. And if you're following along in this series, and it's still early in the series, make sure you go over to the community page and like and subscribe, and comment that you're here for the stamps, because when we get to 500 subscribers, we're going to give away 5 stamp sets. And yeah, they're so cute. But I will post a picture of the stamp sets over on the community page too, so that way y'all can see them. And just wanted to say thanks, guys. I appreciate you. And go out and spread some joy and love one another. And until next time, guys, much love. Thanks. Bye.